This question describes a poll, and what it gives us is the number of people that were polled and the percentage that gave a certain response, and we're asked to find the margin of error. So of course we're going to need to use our margin of error formula, and that's a good place to start. Margin of error formula is 2 times the square root of p hat times 1 minus p hat over n, where n is the number of people that were polled, and p hat, and by the way, isn't that great? You write a p with a little hat on it, and you actually call it p hat. Math is awesome. Anyhow, that's the sample proportion. That's the percentage of people written in decimal form that gave the response we're interested in. Now, in this situation, we're told that 1,000 people were polled, so n is 1,000, and we're told that 45% of them said they had been notified of a data breach. So p hat is 0.45, and now it's just a direct application of the formula. We get 2 times square root of 0.45 times 0.55 over n, which is 1,000. And crunching the numbers, that works out to be about 0.031. And so we decide, based on that, that the margin of error for this poll is 3.1%. Now it's up to us to describe what that actually tells us. Well, remember, 45% of people, of the 1,000 people polled, gave this particular response. If we subtract 3.1% from 45%, that leaves us with 41.9%. And if we add 3.1% to 45%, we get 48.1%. Now what that tells us is, remember, this margin of error formula goes along with a 95% confidence interval. So what this is ultimately telling us is the statistician involved in this poll is 95% sure that of all adult Americans, somewhere between 41.9% and 48.1% have been notified, or a family member has been notified of a possible data breach involving personal information by a credit card company.